Well, evening zombies, what's going on? How's that sleep deprivation and emotional disturbances going these days? Well, have you guys been keeping up with the news? It's getting worse and worse, and unbelievable. A short time ago, about a couple hours ago, the former Prime Minister of Japan was shot at a stump speech he was doing, and they rushed him over to the hospital, and they're still working on him. They got the guy, by the way, who shot him and then surrendered. No gun violence. Except the shooter was the one who gave up. He was the one who put two in the chest. And they're still fighting like crazy, trying to keep the heart going. That's a scary time. A country that was sworn against weapons and violence had it in their constitution right after World War II. A non-aggression pact and a non-aggression treaty locked into their constitution, and yet more and more individually they're starting to go breaking down somehow. We got a lot of things happening that Japan wants to be a part of to maintain peace and security in their territory. And definitely against China. They wanted to modify their constitution a great deal to do so. And that would be causing more and more controversy with the diet, with the Japanese diet and the people. They're not used to gun violence at all, like out here. They'd be appalled and shamed at us. Surprised they still haven't been bugging us all the time. Because we have been giving ourselves a bad rap. We keep saying we want to get gun control one way or another. Well, that's the Democrats and the control, and the GOP says, no, we ain't going with our guys when they want our guns. Once more, social media has been going crazy again. One particular group is having a field day regarding what was it, a Wyoming congresswoman? An elderly stateswoman from one particular state had made a weird-ass speech when they were in the House session. She's so much into gun violence. She's so much into protecting the Second Amendment. She's willing to sacrifice her grandchildren in order to save them. Paraphrasing. She's willing to shoot them only as a last resort in order to save them. She loves her family that much. You know, that kind of mental health illness is something I don't even subscribe to. I don't even like. What drives me crazy hearing this is somebody who's not looking at logic very well. Somebody who's not looking at reality. You want your rights, you want your freedoms that badly. You're willing to sacrifice lives for it, only to protect them. You're going to throw your kids in front of a train to save them from the speeding train. If that's not bad enough, outside in the public courthouse, and that's the streets. There's one particular congresswoman who cannot get a seat, cannot get a committee. She has been barred from a lot of the standard work to be done in there. So the only thing she can do is mouth off. And Georgia keeps voting this broad back in. I did see the viewer, didn't I? Marjorie Taylor Greene, the nut job. And yet, nobody seems to be putting a handler on her, not the GOP. The GOP feels sorry for her. Can't do anything because, one second here. The GOP leader, Kevin McCarthy, he's the representative of part of Antelope Valley and Kern County, which means all of Rosamond. Anyway, he doesn't have the power necessary to override Nancy Pelosi. Because right now, currently until the midterms happen, the Democrats still control the House. And he's still plotting and planning to get the House back any way he can. And he won't disturb some people out there. He might be able to use them for his own advantage, including Marjorie Taylor Greene. She has been pissing off a hell of a lot of people who are trying to ignite the Democratic side of life and trying to tell the people what's going on, actually. And with their excitable people that they have on one particular channel, it surprises me that they are the antithesis of Fox News. Young Turks and the Midas Touch, or Midas Media actually, are the extreme ends of Fox. Fox does their bullshit. They counteract the bullshit by showing people what just happened and then go crazy. They have overexcited journalists who are trying to act like journalists, but they're not acting like journalists. I'm sorry. I've seen journalism before at other networks that act a little more restrained. I couldn't use the B word. They try to be professional. They try. But their commentators are extreme in their nature. No one's set or mass. Has any one of these guys actually ever tried to do a journalistic action? Interviewing them? Instead of depending upon videotapes to do a reactionary and then try to get the people enticed? Because that's exactly what they're doing, and that's exactly what Fox News is doing. They're both doing the same damn shit. I know this election season is important to us, to the Democrats, and also to the GOP. The GOP have been maneuvering left and right, gerrymandering and changing laws left and right one way or another, getting the federal and Supreme Court to look their way. In certain aspects, they've almost got their way of getting back into power, total power, just about. And yes, I guess it's going to have to be the extremists who scare the living crap out of us, but the rest of us are looking at it and thinking, you guys are nuts. We know that they're going crazy at this point over here. The ones with the lower turnouts are usually the ones who are voting the incumbents back in, including the ones we didn't want there in the first place, because of too many variables and too many factors people can't even figure out. Not even the pollsters can even ask the questions. They'll ask the questions and wonder, what's going on with you guys? How come you don't care? Because they were losing steam, or actually lost steam a long time ago. Now, normally, my channel here deals with my own damn emotional problems and my own damn grieving situation at this point over here. And to get into a political fight like this has got to be burning me up somewhere. Because yes, I am still a lifer Democrat. I'm a super lifer. I think I was born out of a jackass's ass instead of my mother's. I'm more of a pain in the ass than my mother was. But doing that bad joke, taking that bad joke aside, I may not agree with the methods that the left's wanting to do to the right. And I don't appreciate the right trying to do it to the left. And they're constantly doing that. And the thing is, we got so much crap going on right now. Everyone in the country is blaming each other for what's going on in different countries. The problem is, they don't understand it. They don't want to understand it. It's too damn scary, too damn complicated. There's a war going on still in Ukraine, screwing up our energy prices, our famine price, our inflation, not to mention food prices across the globe. And everybody keeps forgetting, and nobody else wants to remember this. Because it's so easy to point the finger at the other schmuck. They keep forgetting where the other fingers are being pointed at. I can point the thumb and the forefinger at the camera. But where's the rest of the fingers being pointed at? So if I'm going to be making accusations at this point over here, I might as well make sure that my fingers are clenched that way and not completely pointing directly at me. By the way, it almost looks like something threatening, doesn't it? Okay, how about we do this? Catch any of that? Good. That's all we're hearing it these days. From both sides. That's how I'm perceiving it from a lot of it here. Somebody's trying to make pie in the sky crap going on left and right like it's legitimate. You say it long enough, it's supposed to be legitimate. You keep saying it, it's supposed to happen. No, it just means that you're dumber and dumber. And you can't even prove the damn thing in the first place. But I got proof that this happened over here. It's buried over here somewhere over here. But I got the proof. I got the files. No, I just got a word from this other guy who's got this other word over this guy, and here and here and here. But it's real. I swear it. I just don't have the proof. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. I'm hearing all the damn malarkey and all the damn sound clips being... good Lord, they're getting reposted left and right. They're getting shared left and right on a lot of platforms. Some of them actually do business with. And I'm hearing this stuff. And then my question, what the hell's going on these days? There was one particular platform I got on. And I equated all the stuff that's happening to us right now is a continuation of the damn Civil War we never completed back in the 1860s. Because a century year later, we had to get down to 1960. This isn't the 60s, but we're getting damn close to it. Give us a few more decades, and we'll have another major Civil War at this point. If we're not getting it just yet. Nobody sees the differences. Nobody understands the differences. Nobody understands. Nobody gives a shit. And this is the reason why people are pissed off at each other. You wonder why? Because we can't communicate with each other. We refuse to communicate with each other. We have our own different points of view. This point over here are greater than everybody else's. Not to mention we have our pride and our ego at work. How dare you challenge me and my damn ego? I will smite you with my words, with my lisping. I'll show you my teeth. I'll scare the living crap out of you. You will bend to my will. Stop your damn laughing. You stop your damn laughing. You stop your damn laughing. Everybody stop your damn laughing. I say so. Me. Whale on the beach. Full an idiot. The guy's got a dirty enough t-shirt anyway, just to scare the living crap out of people. I say so. I say so because my ego, my pride says so. I have a nightmare. And my nightmare tells me that I will smite these people with everything I have on right now to scare the living crap out of them, to make them go nuts at this point. Yes. There is a spot out here of a mustard stain. Shall we pursue it? Shall we present the mustard stain to people? Be frightened! Be frightened! This is your political party speaking! Be frightened! There's a crazy person wearing this t-shirt here. Don't trust him, don't listen to him. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. I am telling you, beware of the spot. And the spot will get to you. It will get to you and get to you. Don't trust the guy who's talking. Trust the guy who's talking. Are we done yet? I mean, are we done with this, the rest of this kind of crap in the first place? I sure as hell don't see it. I don't even hear it. All I keep hearing is the political extremists on both sides. They're going. It doesn't matter which particular side it is. They're still going after each other, left and right. Now, I'm a Democrat. I'm a lifelong Democrat, as I said before, and I believe in social programs to a point. Some things there are going to be problems with, and other things aren't. And I try to look at it in a realistic point of view here. We can't maintain some of the programs because we still need funding coming through. Now, how the hell are we going to get the funding through? They got to get creative and they got to get imaginative on this one, without trying to harm everybody else at the same time. We got to build up revenue one way or another. Or, as one lunatic had said, and then the extreme sides went crazy over it, how about we shut down the government? We must shut down the government. Did you hear what I said? Because somewhere there were clips being passed around from a lunatic woman who can't get her cabinet positions going, or any committees or anything else, or can't even vote. She's stuck. Guess they got her disbarred because she's a nut job. Only because Georgia was stupid enough to put this damn woman in there in the first place. I said it. I'm not backing down from it. I said they were stupid enough. And they demonstrated it. And they keep listening to people like her and to her. Well, she wants the government to be shut down entirely. Just because we can't get our act together. A complete government shutdown? Are you kidding me? The president won't go for it. Neither will the majority in the House, and neither will the Senate. But she wants it done. She's forcing the people to put the pressure on the politicians to do this because she says so. She's ordained by God. Yeah. Even that was being put on YouTube. Clips, but also the entire thing. So everybody has to listen to this broad. I'm sorry. I hate to say this. We've all lost our marbles. And if the United States was big enough and equipped enough, we would have put every crazy person as determined by whoever whoever's making the ruling of sanity here and majority rules, we need to put the crazy people in the padded rooms with the straitjackets and let them drill it out without the Thorazine or whatever they're using for tranquilizers these days. Quite frankly, that's not going to happen. But it'd be a nice dream right there, wouldn't it? Crazy people going into the padded rooms, while the same people are still trying to figure out how to live. Well, the problem is, once we get through with this, we're going to be looking at each other in the same damn way, us versus them. Who's sane and who's not? I don't know about you, but I figure everyone else is freaking nuts at this point over here, so there's no sanity. If there was sanity, there'd be common sense at this point over here, which has to be accepted by the majority, or society, for that matter. And if they can't decide, then whoever elected them in the first place, then what do we decide upon? Why are we listening to everybody else when we should be doing things our way? Because unfortunately, that's not how the things work in our country. We have rules, we have laws, and we have to obey. Otherwise, we have issues. Common sense laws for people. And even that's getting debated left and right. It's easy enough to say I'd rather chuck it all and just hide in a hole for a life, just eat processed food until the day I die from cancer or something like that. Or you still have to confront everybody else with a baseball bat or a sledge-o-matic. That doesn't work. Well, let's see, you can try talking to them, but if that's not going to work, I don't know what else is going to work for them. Anyway. That's my beef. And I'm keeping my 2 cents. I'm a cheap bastard.